Greetings to all Toastmasters and guests. I'm Adarsh, and I'll be playing the role of Sergeant at Arms today. And today is a special occasion because this is the 633rd meeting of the Speech Weavers Toastmasters Club. And we've had a wonderful time over the years. Now we have a very special meeting in store for all of you. And the meeting is themed the blank page. So, what does it exactly mean? It symbolizes our uncertain lives. That's exactly what it means. I mean, you have a blank page, which is your life, and you have a pen in your hand. The destiny is unplanned, but the pen is in your hand. So it's a theme that I happened to read about recently, and I'm extremely delighted. We have our Toastmaster of the day, Vinu Karthik, to take you through all of that. But before that, I would like to ask all of you to follow the four golden rules of every Toastmasters meeting. Firstly, rule number one: keep your microphones muted at all times, except when you're told to speak. Rule number two: keep your videos on at all times, except when you're moving in and around the room. Rule number three: make sure to applaud all the role takers and speakers for their efforts because it's important that they seek your affirmation. Rule number four: I would ask all the role takers and speakers to refrain from talking about sex, religion, and politics to not hurt the sentiments of the audience. But before we proceed with our amazing session, the session that we have in store for you, I would like to introduce you to someone very special. So this person happens to be the most important person in the room. He's the one that puts together all the meetings for us every week. He's a business manager at an IT startup company that deals with products and services related to IT. He's someone that's fascinated about biking, and he's also someone that loves listening to audiobooks. So he's a man of many talents. He has a lot of interests. He's a person that loves Toastmasters a lot. He's played a host of roles over the years, and I think who better to hear from than the person themselves. So without any further ado, I'd like to introduce you to our presiding officer for the day, Toastmaster Mayur Suryavanshi. Toastmaster Mayur Suryavanshi.
Thank you, Adarsh, for giving me the wonderful introduction. Uh, Good evening, everybody. I open the meeting number 633. Open. So today I am going to talk about the compound effect. So what is the compound? Effect is the principle of reaping huge reward from a series of small and smart choices. What is the most interesting about this process to me is that even though the results are massive, the step in the movement, it doesn't feel significant. Whether you are using a strategy for improving your health, relationship, finances, or anything else for that matter, the changes are so subtle, they are almost imperceptible. The These small changes offer little or so immediate result and no big win, no obvious I told you so payoff. So why bother? Most people get up by the simplicity of the compound effect. For instance, they quit after their 8th day of running because they are still overweight, or they stop practicing piano or any new skills after 6 months because they haven't mastered yet, or they stop making contribution to their particular skill they are trying to learn over the year, but they are not able to master. So how would you cash on that skill? And it doesn't seems to be adding up to that much. What they don't realize is that these small, seemingly insignificant steps completed consistently and create a radical difference. Let me give a few a small example of this. So small choices, small things, or small choices we make, and plus smart choices, plus consistency, plus time make the radical difference. So suppose if you want to compound on anything, or you want to gain something, or you want to learn a new skill, so you have to take a small step, make smart choices, and you have to be consistent over the time. That's where you can make the radical difference. I request other those who are not speaking kindly mute themselves. Thank you. So now I would like to thank our guest who has joined from different club or other part of the world. I would like to thank Shuhan Abdul Munaf for taking general evaluator role today. I would like to thank Rani. I would like to thank Lavanya, Joshua, DTM Pat for taking evaluator role, Sai Shri for taking our counter. So now I would like to induct our newest members to the club, and she is Toastmaster Shanti. I would like to invite our club VP ad and Toastmaster Shanti to help me uh, inducting our newest club member. So do you guys both have the induction form with you? Uh, okay, Binu, could you share with her?
Yes, ma'am.
Or you can just copy that uh, pledge so Shanti can repeat that and we can do the process over the chat box as well. I have also sharing with her. Okay. Shanti, I have shared you one message. When I'll ask you, you have to repeat this message. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
So good evening once again, fellow Toastmaster. It's now our duty and privilege to induct our new member into the Speechweavers Toastmaster Club. This is an important occasion. Both of Shanti is the new member to our club, and the individual come to Toastmaster to seeking to improve their communication and leadership skill. And we now have the opportunity to help them and help them learn, grow, and achieve. I will now call our member forward and ask them to join me and welcome them. Please withhold your applause until the ceremony is completed. Inducting officer Toastmaster Shanti, Toastmaster Shanti? You are joining a worldwide organization that has helped more than 4 million people learn to communicate more effectively. As a member of the Speechweavers Toastmaster Club, you will be benefited from the proven program of self-development. You will become part of an outstanding group of people who are dedicated to helping one another in a spirit of sharing and enjoyment. Mr. Vice President Education, Toastmaster Vinu, have these members have given an opportunity to discuss their needs and goal with the club? Have they have been told how the Toastmaster program work and informed of the many benefit they will receive, as well as the obligation of membership? Toastmaster Vinu,
Yes, Mr. President.
thank you. Who have been assigned as the mentor for this for the current new member?
Mentors actually need to align on that part.
Okay.
Shortly, we will assign to.
Okay. Thank you, Vinu. Would would the Toastmaster please stand as experienced Toastmaster? All of us should stand and applaud them. Have you been asked to help this new member to get off to a good start? Do you accept this responsibility and place to share knowledge and experience with our new member so that they can immediately begin to benefit from their Toastmaster membership? Vinu, can you nod yes or no?
Yes, Mayur.
Okay, thank you. Membership in the club and in the Toastmaster International is a privilege that carries with many rewards, yet it also places certain obligation upon you. We are a group of people brought together to do things we could not accomplish alone. Our collective obligation is to grow and improve ourselves and to share our knowledge and experience with fellow member in a spirit of enjoyment. This means you must work diligently toward your own self-improvement and evaluate others. During the speeches, in a spirit of supporting and sharing, assist the club in reaching its goals, remain positive, and keep a smile on your face. As I will ask our new member to dedicate yourself to personal growth, to share this great gift with your fellow member, and to help keep this Toastmaster Club strong and dynamic. Please face your fellow member and affirm your membership by repeating the following word. I,
I,
you can say your name and
I, TM
yeah,
Shanti, in the
yes.
presence of my fellow members of the Speech Weavers Toastmasters Club, make this firm obligation to attend meetings regularly and prepare fully for each assignment, to apply myself to the projects outlined in the Toastmaster education program, to participate actively in club activities, to elevate others in a positive, constructive manner, to build open, friendly relationship with my fellow members, and to bring others, new members into the club so that they can also gain the benefits of Toastmasters. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Shanti. Would all the club member please repeat your club, our club pledge to its new member as I repeat. We, the member of the Speech Weaver, you can repeat with me.
We, the member of
of
the
the Speech Weavers
Weavers Club,
Masters Club.
Club, Speech Weaver Toastmaster Club, pledge to support you in your quest for self-development,
Pledge to support you in your quest for self-development,
to provide you with positive, helpful evaluation,
to
provide you with
helpful
positive, helpful,
evaluation,
to maintain a friendly, supportive atmosphere,
to maintain a
to
friendly
maintain a friendly, supportive atmosphere,
to give you opportunities to help others,
to give the
to
give
opportunity
you
give you
opportunity to help
opportunities to
others,
help others,
and to make your Toastmaster membership a rewarding and fulfilling experience.
and to
to
make
make
your
your Toastmasters
Toastmasters
Toastmasters could
membership
live a
a
rewarding and
rewarding and
fulfilling
fulfilling
experience.
experience.
Thank you so much, all the member, and I would like to welcome our new member, Toastmaster Shanti. Please give a round of applause to the new member.
Sure.
Thank you. So, do we have Suraj here? No, he's not there. So we will do his induction ceremony for next meeting. Thank you, guys. Now, so today our TMoD of the day, he is also playing the table topic master role. Today, he is working currently as a software engineer in Accenture, and his hobbies include playing football and traveling. He's also like to grow organic food. His vision to become a public speaker and teach communication skills to rural students. He want to serve chemical free food to the society and from lead leading freedom lifestyle. He will talk about the blank page as a theme. Please put your hand together to welcome our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Vinu Karthik. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mayur. A warm welcome to Toastmasters and dear guests who are here. It's my privilege to welcome you all to the Speech Weaver 633rd meeting. So our theme of the day is blank page. A quick questions to all of you. What do you write about your future if a blank page is given to you by erasing your past history?
planning for a future.
Okay.
A new approach to our life.
Okay. Thanks for yes. You can.
What is the question? What to write on the blank page?
Question was, what do you write about your future if a blank page is given by erasing your past history?
Okay, I can reorient, redirect, and re-guide my future by rewriting my destiny.
Okay, nice to hear about you, DTM Pat, and thanks for all the responses. Today, before you is a blank page, and yes, you may have many disappointments, troubles, and also many negative things happened in the past. None of them matters you today. Visualize what you want your blank page to look like 10 years from now. Today, you can design your life how it should be in your future. I'm not ignoring our past. It can affect our present, but our past need not control our present. Forget about your past history. Those past pages of your life have been filled with both joy and sorrows. If you look back on those pages, you will have some regrets, but your past is over and done with. It cannot be changed now. So make today in your calendar a new beginning, and today is the day that you will begin to create a new page of your life with your beautiful stories, a poem, and also a painting. Let me talk about Toastmasters for the benefits of the guests. Toastmasters International is a non-profit educational organization that teaches public speaking and leadership skills. It was founded by Ralph C. Smedley on October 22nd, 1994 at California, USA. It is an 100-year-old organization. We Speech Weavers belongs to District 92. There are around 16,600 plus clubs across 145 countries, including 3,600 members. Bengaluru alone is 190 plus clubs. Each club, like Speech Weavers, that meets every week or once in 2 weeks. For the benefits of the guests, let me introduce you to the structure of our today's meeting. Our entire meeting consists of 3 segments. First segment is prepared speeches, where our members will prepare in advance to deliver based on the pathway chosen, and which will be followed by our table topics, where members and also our guests are invited and to deliver an impromptu speech, where the topics will be given to them by our table topic master. And our last session is general evaluation, which will be addressed by our general evaluator with respect to all roles taken in the meeting. Let me introduce our general evaluator of the day. He started his Toastmasters journey in 2016. He's taking it as a hobby that eventually turned into passion to become an extraordinary Toastmaster from a shy and timid person. Currently, he is serving as a VP Head for Desert Pioneers Toastmaster Club and Allied Debaters Toastmaster Club in District 20, Kuwait. He believes in 2 quotes: live life to the fullest and be a rainbow in someone else's cloud. He works as a sales manager for National Supplies Co. in Kuwait. He born and raised in Kuwait, married and hoping and waiting for the best thing to happen in life. He loved to read books, cook and travel. Now I would like to ask our General Evaluator, Toastmaster Suvan, to take the control of our virtual meeting. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vinu, and nice meeting all of you. And Actually, Vinu, I thought you might be a lady, but you were a male. I was quite surprised about it. Sorry. Thank you so much, Toastmaster today. So moving on, let me explain to you my role first. My role as a general evaluator is to evaluate the meeting from the beginning till the end. And I'll be giving my report when I'm called upon. And also, I'll not be doing the role all by myself. I also have a team called a tag team. So I would like to, I see someone's, yeah, if you
Request
don't mind.
others to mute if you are not talking.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster today. Okay, so I want to introduce my tag team. So my tag team is our timer, who is Toastmaster Vinu. Also, he has also taken another role as a grammarian. So I think I can request the Toastmaster Vinu to explain 2 roles in one go. Yeah, is it good?
Great. Thank you so much, General Evaluator. So as a timer, I will time all the speakers, be it prepared speeches, table topics, and evaluation. I will also alert the speakers by displaying some cards based on the stipulated times that they are being given. The prepared speeches will be around 5 to 7 minutes long, and green cards will be shown at 5 minutes, yellow at 6 minutes, and red at 7 minutes. The red card will be continued to be shown till the speaker chooses to end the speech. In the table topics, the timing is 1 to 2 minutes, where the cards will be shown after 1 minute. Green card will be shown after 1 minute, yellow after 1.5 minutes, and red after 2 minutes. I request all the speakers to pin my screen so that you can see the changes of the cards that I make. Now moving on to my other role, which is the role of a grammarian. I have a responsibility to pay close attention to all the speakers and take note of some outstanding usages of words, sentences, and phrases. I will also highlight the improvement areas in places where the words have not been used properly. As a grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day. The word of the day is rendezvous. The meaning of the word is meeting at an agreed time and place. I would also give an example of the uses of the word rendezvous. Me and my friend have a rendezvous planned this Sunday. I repeat, me and my friend have a rendezvous planned this Sunday. Just a trivia, there was a popular show in the prime time named as Rendezvous with Semi Garibald, if you can recollect. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much for your wonderful introduction towards the role. And also now I would like to call my next team player, that is the R counter, and that is Toastmasters Shaisri. I would request her to explain the role, please.
Good evening to all my fellow Toastmasters. Good evening, General Evaluators Suhan. So to be a good speaker, it is necessary to be very careful about some crutch words like well, so, like, but repeated words, obviously. So as a counter, I'm going to keep a track on few words which is actually should not be used during a speech. It is actually distracting the listener, as well as sometimes it will make us think what the speaker is telling. Hopefully you are able to see my background. If not, I will be doing some help for you. You may note down this word which is not to be used during our speeches. Thank you, General Evaluator. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shaisri. And I have to be careful now with your role now. Okay, I want to call the next role player, which is quite interesting. And I failed in this last time. That is for the role as a listener. And I would like to call my role player, that is Toastmaster Mayu. Over to you, Toastmaster Mayu.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shuhan, for inviting me. Good evening, everyone, once again. So as a listener, I will be noting down questions for you. I will ask you questions in the end, how attentively you are attending the meeting throughout. So while listening skills are important, as a leader, if you want to build your leadership skill, listening is very important. And suppose if you are not listening to your boss or your client, so you will miss out on lot of things eventually. So listening is very crucial role which will be played in daily life and work as well. So I hope you will listen properly and throughout the meeting and give my answers at the end when I'll call upon. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mayur, for your introduction to the role called listener. So I hope I listened carefully this time. And so my role as of now is done. So now I would like to give the stage back to the Toastmaster, Toastmaster Vinu.
Thank you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Suvan, for introducing your tag team, and it was quite impressive. And let's begin our prepared speech segment. So let me introduce our speaker one, Shanti. She is working as a senior manager in IBM. She wishes to pursue and improve her leadership skills from the Toastmasters Club. So our first speaker, she is delivering her icebreaker speech for her level 1, project 1 for her pathway innovative planning. To evaluate her speech, I will introduce you our evaluator, Toastmaster Adarsh. He is a consultant at C Profit Wealth Management Private Limited and director of Deep Pockets Technologies Private Limited. His interests are studying, reading, watching football, and is also passionate about his work. Now I would like to call upon our evaluator, Toastmaster Adarsh, to take the control of our virtual screen and to walk through the objectives of our speaker one.
Greetings to all Toastmasters and guests once again, and also I also like to provide a special mention to our speaker for today, Shanti. Toastmaster Shanti will be presenting our icebreaker speech under the pathway innovative planning. So the purpose of the speech is for the member to introduce himself or herself to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. This member is completing his or her first speech in Toastmasters. The goal of the evaluation is to give the member an effective evaluation of his or her speech and delivery style, and that will be my role as the evaluator. So I'll be presenting my report towards the end of the session, and for now, I'd like to say all the best to our speaker.
Thank you, Toastmaster Adarsh. Now I would like to call upon our speaker number one, Toastmaster Shanti. The title of her speech is Introspection. Introspection, Toastmaster Shanti.
Thank you, everyone. Can somebody confirm that you can able to see the screen share I have done? Thank you. Let me quickly run through it. Okay, introspection. Let's see what it has done for you. Maybe you can have a learning and you may be able to apply in your day-to-day work. I've been having enormous amount of problems in my career. I've been doing a lot of work. I was trying to get more work from my manager. And I've been solving all the problems which my peers have been facing. I was very quick learner and I've been technically challengeable to everybody. But the appreciations I have never received, keeping my name on the top. At least sometimes it was not even in the bottom of the list. My hike or bonus or any monetary benefits in the company was not up to the mark, not even comparable with my peers who have been doing even less than me. So this triggered me of lot of negative emotions. So that further triggered me with a lot of negative actions. And first thing I do is like, after spending a lot of amount of workload and everything with this company, I will think that my manager is bad, this company is bad, and then I will switch to a new company thinking that there is a manager in the new company who can really help me to grow in my career. So this has been repeating over a period of time. Even after 6-7 companies, I was still in the same state, right? And then there were companies where I have stayed for longer only because they gave me work from home. I was no way can go out of home. So I've been staying there for some time. Then I realized it is 14 years to 15 years now. There is something wrong. I have to look back and see what I can improve upon. I tried myself. I did not find anything wrong because it is me. Right? I can never do mistakes. I reached out to a mentor who was at a director level, who is at a director level with my experience. I asked her, like, what is that made you more successful when I'm not able to grow to the level what you're at? Then she told me that, look at yourself and then try to do an introspection. I was like, what is introspection? She told me, you need to build your soft skill base and self introspect yourself. Then I thought, okay, let me go back and do some research on it, right? I have gone through Google. It just told me that examine one's own thoughts and feelings. I was like, I know my thoughts, I know my feelings. I am eager to learn a lot of things. I want to grow in my career. I want to make a lot of monetary benefits for my family, and I want to improve my financials. But when it was examined, that is when I got doubt. What it means to examine ourselves, right? So I further did a research to understand what is introspection. Examination means. Then I got a couple of questionnaires from different websites and different books. I tried to fill them up all. It was telling that, look at your goals, look at your manager goals, or look at your company organizational goals, or what is your personal goals mean. But I just felt that, I'm just doing all the work required for day-to-day activities, and I'm spending extra hours to solve all client problems or production issues or whatever it is coming to my way. Then I thought maybe this questionnaire is something not up to my level. Then I reached out for another level of method which can really help me. Then I got that meditation is another way to look at ourselves. And then I searched for a strong and long, lengthy meditation, which is when I have figured out Vipassana is something which is 10 days course, which is completely free. Then I was like, wow, this is something may help me because it is free. There is no wrong in trying, and then maybe if it didn't work, that's fine, it's free, right? Then I have gone to Vipassana. I took 10 days leave, gone to Vipassana. I was like a blank page. I have no idea what is it I'm doing wrong. I have no idea Vipassana will really help me, right? Then I also struggled a bit when I had to sit for long hours, and then I couldn't speak to anybody else. 10 days, it is like a sadhu life. Then once I come out of it, I have changed the way I was thinking. Again, I became blank page because when I was going inside, I've been having a lot of thought process about me. It has all been cleaned, and I have had very positive focus on what I have to focus on, what could be my short and long-term goals, what I'm trying to work for, what I want to be after 10 years down the line. Then I have filled up my action plan and then growth. All the books I read about soft skills started working out for me, right? This is not just about me, and I also changed the way I deal with people. I just started avoiding the ego clashes. I just started sensing what is very important for others, and I started showing the gratitude for small things even my manager has done, and I was able to openly say sorry for the past things which I made really embarrassing for somebody, right? I also empowered people working along with me or reporting to me that what, and I also ensure to do the delegation of activities when somebody is not being free to take up additional work. So this way I felt that I became much more matured and positive about the way I approach with people. Yeah, so this reflected significantly on all that I've been trying to achieve. That is like business results. I have been having a 4-member team. Within 6 months to 8 months, it has been grown up to 20-member team at offshore. That is what has been set as a goal for me from my leadership team. And when the goals have been met, the bonus I have been coming out with very easily. And my team and everybody got enough recognition from my leadership. And hike and promotion, it just like came with all exceptional approvals. That means that 70-80% of hike for my team was an easy thing for me to get, right? So earlier when I was thinking about switching companies, only I was having that in mind. My manager is bad, my company is bad, people are not recognizing me, and I know they need to know my value if I move out, right? When now I feel about switching of my career, I just think that, I see everything is within this company. If I have to switch, it will only be possible if something is not available completely in this company. Now that introspection has done a lot to me, do think what it can do for you. Thank you. Over to you. Adarsh, thank you.
Vinu, are you there? Vinu, are you there?
I think he's busy somewhere, maybe, or maybe technical
I
issue.
think he's experiencing a few issues, so we can
Okay,
probably
let's
proceed.
just a minute. Yeah, he is back.
Yes.
Sorry for the inconvenience. I would like to thank Toastmaster Shanti, and good to know that about your Vipassana and how it helped you when you were blind. Thank you, Toastmaster Shanti. And now coming to the second speaker, let me introduce our second speaker, Toastmaster Joseph. He has completed his 83 years of age. He is an young champ, and he has 42 years of services where he served for 2 nations, India and Saudi Arabia. His hobbies are photography, music, and singing. He will be playing table tennis, billiard, and snooker in his free time. To evaluate his speech, I will introduce our second evaluator, Toastmaster Pat. He has 12 years of pharmaceutical marketing at various levels, and he did BSc chemistry and advanced English certification. He is a life skill trainer from past 14 years. He has 16 years of Toastmaster experience. It is a strong platform to develop communication, leadership, and public speaking skills. And he was an evaluation champ in 2019 in District 82B division. Thrice he is divisional contestant in ISC and the table topic speaker contest. He was the past president of Madras Toastmaster Club. He is a club sponsor of TCSM and he is club mentor of LNT, Speak Magic TMC. He is a club coach of Standard Chartered, and he is active member of MILT, Hypnotic Circle, ISTD, Karuna International, and Panch Gurukul. He is fond of nature, sports, travel, colors, intellectual association, vocabulary building, and studying people. Let me call upon our DTM Pat to walk through the objectives of our speaker too.
Good evening, everybody. Toastmaster JFB, Joseph Felix Benedict, is going to fill the last page of the path, innovative planning. Obviously, it is a landmark speech, completion and reflection. The project purpose for the member is to reflect on his growth during the completion of a path. The speech purpose for the member is to share some aspect of his growth during completion. The time limit is 10 to 12 minutes or 8 to 10 minutes.
10 to 12 minutes.
It is
10
10
to
to
12
12.
minutes. So 10 green, 11 amber, and 12 red. All the best, Toastmaster Joseph. Back to the tabletop. Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, DTM Pat. Now I would like to call upon our second speaker, Toastmaster Joseph. The title of his speech is Turning Point in My Social Life. Turning Point in My Social Life, Toastmaster Joseph.
It is rightly said that the blank page, which I am going to write off and then again open another blank page for the next pathway. Good evening, Toastmasters and my dear guests. To me, Speech Weavers Club, am I audible? To me, Speech Weavers Club is a family club. If you interact with Toastmasters, it's like gathering, family gathering, and get together. And also what inspired me is the fondness of the Toastmasters, who are all millennials, I would say. And to be with them, it was an inspiring situation and also a wonderful union together. Having served as already, 42 years, the Saudi Arabian, 30 years of Saudi Arabian Engineering Express was an utmost knowledge and experience which I ever gained in my life. It was a good opportunity that God given to me to learn and experience that 30 years of overseas this one. During the period of time, I was like a CEO of an electromechanical project. Whatever that is given to me has been completed with grand finale. The client used to be very happy about my performance, the talent I used, and completed the project on time. I had all the accolades as certificates of appreciation and awards during those periods of time. I really enjoyed it. Over and above, I met two kings, the king of Saudi Arabia as well as the king of Bahrain. I had an audience with them, shook hands with them, telecasted in channel 1 and 2. That was a wonderful life I spent in Saudi Arabia over the period of 30 years. Then I returned back, but a person who always climbed the mountain has to come down also. So my return to India, it was not so pleasant. I lost my beloved. I was alone. It's a loneliness. Then I start writing a new page. What I should do? I did my yoga and all. That was one of the things that I put up with. Then there is no social life at all. What else I can do other than that? It was in 2019. DTM Villain was my classmate in yoga. So he was observing me that whenever I completed my speech, yoga session, and it is every 4 months, there is a happiness program. I used to speak on myself as per the request of the yoga teacher to all the adolescents who are learning yoga in order to give them a motivation on my everyday life. Villainji was observing this, and if one fine morning he asked me, why don't you join Toastmasters? I will take you there. And you see, you can speak about yourself. It's a very a club that gives you a chance to speak about yourself. So what I did was, I went with him, and when I went with him, he introduced me the Speech Weavers Club in what is known as the WeWork building, which is in Golf Club. And I was very happy and excited to meet all the officers. They were a lot to me. And also the added attraction is the latte as well as the, what you call the cookies. So I attended few meetings and finally I decided to join Toastmasters because I found so much of interest in it. So the then president, Toastmaster Vivek, gave me a position of Sergeant at Arms. I did my Sergeant at Arms in a manner meticulously, starting the meeting on time. Whenever all the time of my tenure as a Toastmaster, I never missed a meeting. Then he gave me a pathway out of 11 pathways of Toastmasters International program. He gave me an innovative pathway. I was asked to speak the first speech as a ice-breaking, and that has to be my own personal life. I miserably failed in it. How can I, when I was speaking to them, my gaze was on Toastmaster Vivek and Toastmaster Srinu Babu, and not on any other audience, because their gaze was also attracting me. So with that, I did not know what the time is. The timer from one end to the other wanted to draw my attention, and he could not do it also. I could not see him also, and until some sound has been made, I was miserably failed. So it was only 6 years of my life I explained. What about the next 74 years? It was impossible. Somehow, I done with it, and I could not repeat it also because they said it will not be. Then the pathway has to be proceeded with anyway. So after 1.5 years, it was the only way to complete my pathway. 1.5 is a long period, of course, but people have to get also the chances for speech slot. In that way, I have to give up. It was at one time, the change of what is known as the stage is no longer available because of the pandemic. Therefore, we had to go on online meetings. That online meeting was a great blessing in disguise to me. So I was able to contact the global clubs. While doing my speeches in my club, the global clubs helped me a lot. It was introduced by one of our Toastmasters, whom I lovingly call Queen of Hearts, that is Toastmaster Vandana. She introduced to a area director of Malaysia. She manages 6 clubs. All the 6 clubs were interested in my role taking, and they also offered me some of the speech slots so that I was able to complete. So this was the one reason so that I was able to finish as of today. As I said, you have to talk always your personal story. It is true that public speaking is an art. The speaker has to stitch together, synchronize the project requirement, and deliver the speech smoothly. There is always a question, what kind of leadership and one must follow? That is depend upon the leaders to adapt the situation. Communication also needs a stand in a particular delivery. To what extent one can go along in explaining the team member to fulfill his goal. Several milestone projects, speeches, speech contests by great personalities who visited our club inspired me to improve my prepared speech and the communication skill. It is because these are lifetime commitments, learning. Table topic also attracted me so much, the impromptu speech. At every level of completion, there was always an encouragement by the club members for my success. And sometimes I was also awarded. And by local club, Malaysian club, as well as our own club. In the period of time, there was also what is known as the last, at the level 5, I was asked for a HPL project to be prepared. It is not one man, it has to be a team. Therefore, I formed a team and I was so successful in that HPL project because of the support of the team members. In one of these milestone projects, I invited a very great personality of public speaking and humorous speech. 3 people I have invited: Dr. DTM Thomas, TM Rahul, and DTM Arathinitya. You have a lot to take away from them. It was so much of wisdom in the speech and humorous also. How to tackle the humorous speech and deliver to them is one of the things that we learned on that one. It was really interesting. In some cases, I participated in the contest also. After learning so much, I came in one of the contests as a third runner. It was all a good experience for me. The pathway is really interesting, and especially whenever there is a prepared speech. Today, I am a dual membership for Malaysian club. One of the new club offered me a position of chartered secretary. And now I am doing the chartered secretary for a Malaysian club also. Today, I am having so many contacts for club members, always calling for role taking. And in this way, I learned my pathway speeches. Not so much, I would say, because the art of learning is always an art. We'll be going on learning more and more in our lifetime. Today, I'm proclaiming that how pathway has enriched me in such a way that the people whoever I meet in my life, they will always a color. They will add colors to me in my thoughts, in my words, and in my deeds. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Joseph sir, for an inspiring speech. You also walked through your blank page when you joined as a Toastmaster, and you filled with different roles. Nice to know about your journey. Thank you. And now we will move on to our exciting session, table topics session. Now I would like to call upon our table topic master, Vinu Karthik. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Table topics helps members practice the art of improvisation and
Vinu,
also.
could you turn on your video if possible?
Oh, sorry, Mayur.
Yeah, thank you.
Table topics helps members practice the art of improvisation and also helps us think on our feet. This helps us develop 4 vital communication skills: listening, thinking, organizing, and delivering. Be it an interview, a question at a meeting you weren't expected to answer, and table topics will help you to become better and thinking with presence on the spot. I have a list of table topics which will help you to improvise your impromptu speaking skills. Since we Toastmasters try and provide an opportunity to maximum audience, so this session is not at all restricted to only members. Even our guests also can participate. So I would require a few volunteers to take up the table topics. So please note, you are required to speak for a minimum of 1 minute and a maximum of 2 minutes. Our timer will help with his virtual timer background. Once you reach 1 minute, he will be showing his green card. He will be showing his yellow card at 1 minute 30 seconds, and the red card will be displayed in your background once you reach the maximum time. I would request few volunteers to come forward to take the table topic.
Vinu, there will be 30 seconds of grace period as well, and you can start with. If no one is volunteering, you can call out.
I will pick the members.
You can pick Sai Shri, and I have messaged you also, so you can pick.
Okay. So I would like to call upon Toastmaster Sai Shri. So there are total 8 topics from 1 to 8. Can you please choose any one number which you like? Toastmaster Sai Shri, are you there?
Yeah, I will choose 3.
3, okay.
I think you have spotlighted some other camera. Please spotlight my AHA counter one.
Okay.
Thank you. Actually, in this device, my audio video is not working. Another audio is not working.
Okay. So Toastmaster Sai Shri, the topic for you is it possible to lie without saying a word? Is it possible to lie without saying a word? Toastmaster Sai Shri. I will also place the topic in the chat box.
Good evening, my dear friends, dear Toastmasters. Without saying a word, if you want to lie, only you can show through your eye expressions, your face. If someone is giving a very nice speech and you are really happy with that, and you're able to see that all the audience, they are very happy and excited and looking like that time you can make your expression like something. So that is a non-verbal communication. The same way, if someone is saying very speech which is not at all interesting, but you want to motivate that speaker, you can say, I'm not saying a word, I'm just expressing my expression, I'm motivating them. So these are some few tips. Hopefully that will be beneficial for you all when you are an evaluator or a general evaluator, a counter, or a general audience. You can motivate your speaker while your pleasant smile and by showing your gesture that yes, you are the best. Thank you. Toastmaster of Table Topic Master of the Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sai Shri. You definitely motivated all of us with your gestures and expressions. Thank you. Now I would like to call upon Lavanya, Toastmaster Lavanya.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Hi, Toastmaster Lavanya. Can you choose a number between 1 to 8, excluding 3?
4.
4. Okay. Your topic is, when you are 80 years old, what will matter to you the most? When you are 80 years old, what will matter to you the most? Toastmaster Lavanya. I will place the topic on the chat box. Over to you, Lavanya. Hello.
Hello. Oh, am I audible?
Lavanya, your voice is not audible.
Am I audible? Hello.
The network is not proper. So your bandwidth is low, Lavanya. So what I can do is I will move on to the next speaker. So once your bandwidth is okay, then we'll, if you are okay, you can continue, or else I will choose another speaker. Are you okay to go?
Wait,
Sorry, Lavanya, your network is not good. So I will move on to the next speaker. So after this, I will pick you in the last. So I would like to call upon Joshua. Hi, Joshua. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Joshua.
Hi.
So can you choose a number from 1 to
This
8?
is my first time. Can I observe for now?
Or else I will give you a simple topic. You can talk on that for at least 1 minute. Just to give a try. Okay.
Okay.
So your topic will be, if you could be invisible, what is the first thing you would do? If you could be invisible, what is the first thing you would do? I will paste the topic in the chat box.
If I could be invisible, can I try next time?
Yes, Joshua, no problem. So now you need another topic, or
Let him understand, Vinu. You can give it to someone else. Suhan is also asking.
Suhan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Shanti is also asking for a topic.
Yeah. Now I would like to call upon our Toastmaster Suhan.
Okay. Hi.
So your topic will be, if the average human lifespan was 40 years, how would you live your life differently? If the average human lifespan was 40 years, how would you live your life differently? Toastmaster Suhan.
There's a saying that goes by, age is just a number. So why should I only think of living 40? When I can go 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Why should I think of, if this was the last age or something? Table topic master, fellow Toastmasters, and my dear friends. For instance, okay, if I say that if this average human life was 40 years, what I will do? I'll just enjoy again to the fullest. I'll not bother what's happening around me at all, because this is what usually happens when we, grow up, and then we have a lot of responsibilities to take up, and then comes up with the parents, and then again there are other people more than parents, who is known as society. They all come up and put all their stereotypical thoughts on me, saying this, if you do this, this will happen, if you do that, that will happen, what will people say? What I can do is just ignore. I'll enjoy my life instead by traveling new places, going new places, eating something good, and also, trying to bring something out of me, and it will be another new rendezvous for me of my own self. So I don't want to think of that what do I want to do till age 40. And I don't know, I might die tomorrow also, but every day is just like a day that we need to live, and we should be thankful for, and we have to live as if that there is no tomorrow. There's always today. So this is what I want to say exactly. So let's live and let live. And also don't think about tomorrow, because tomorrow we don't know what will happen, but just whatever it is, it's today. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmasters Ivan. Yes, as you rightly said, age is just a number. And nice to know about how you explore things. Thank you for participating. Now I would like to call upon Toastmaster Shanti.
Yeah, hi, Vinu. Yeah.
Your topic is, when was the last time you tried something new? When was the last time you tried something new, Toastmaster Shanti?
I'm trying something new on day-to-day basis. I pull up some book and then I'll try to read it. And I go through a lot of YouTube videos which are more to learn on the leadership skills. And today I have tried this icebreaker speech that is new again. I just made it today morning of what I can put it together on a slide, and then how can I prepare the speech and then deliver. So this is the first experience, or one of experience I would say I have it with Toastmasters Club. And yeah, I mean, we don't need to limit ourselves that tomorrow or the future or anything which we can try. We can explore ourselves and start trying everything now and then, like the moment you have to live for yourself, right? So you have the entire life, and every moment is important to try that new, right? And when I can talk about things like we have plenty of things to explore in our life, be it cooking, be it self-care, be it personality development, be it leadership skills, be it our career growth. Lot of things we always have to be keep learning ourselves and then upgrading. So we can utilize each and every moment of our time, and then we can enhance our life. Thank you. Over to you, Vinu.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shanti. Yes, you started your icebreaker speech today, and also your first table topic speech, I think. Thank you, Toastmaster Shanti. Now I would like to call upon Adarsh, Toastmaster Adarsh.
Hello, Venu. Yes.
Your topic is face your fear and live your dream. Face your fear and live your dream. Toastmaster Adarsh.
All of us have thousands of dreams in life. And I'm sure that out of the 1,000 dreams that we have, that's just one dream that all of us want to pursue. Now, we all know what those dreams are. I know what my dream is, but all of us are scared to pursue it. And what is that because of? It's because of one thing, and one thing alone, and that is fear. That word fear is the one that stops us from achieving our dreams. I think that's what creates a wall that stops us from achieving our goals and dreams. And one of the things that I wanted to do growing up as a child is I wanted to be an athlete. I wanted to be an athlete so bad because there were so many things about being an athlete that I liked a lot. There was so much about it that I enjoyed a lot. Now it's not the recognition that came with being an athlete that I liked a lot. It was the fact that I could play with a bunch of my friends every single day of my life and enjoy my life. It was something that I had to forego because of other things in life. And it wasn't just because of the other things I had in my life, but it's also because of fear. Fear that I wouldn't make it in life, fear that I would stumble and not be able to get up. I was trembled with fear, and I felt miserable the entire time. And that's something that all of us should experience. And I've reached this stage in my life where I realize that it's important for me to face my fears. And one of the fears that I had was pursuing something new. And that's exactly what I'm doing today. I'm pursuing something new. And I saw a lot of others mentioning that they want to pursue something new in life. So, with that in mind, I would like to say that it's important for you to face your fears. If you face your fears, there's a very good chance that you'll be able to see yourself do the things that you've always aspired to do. On that note, I'd like to hand it back to our table topics master, Vinu.
Thank you, Toastmaster Adarsh. yes, once you face the fear, you will get the opportunity to pursue new things, rightly said. Thank you, Toastmaster Adarsh. And now I would like to call upon Toastmaster Bidu to speak upon the last topic.
Yes, I know.
Your topic is, if you could be invisible, what is the first thing you would do? If you could be invisible, what is the first thing you do? Toastmaster Bidu.
Thank you, Vinu. So you have put me in a spot. So I don't know what is the first thing that I would do, but I would definitely do a lot of things. I don't know the random order, but definitely like saving the world would be first priority, but I don't know how will I save the world, because that's what superheroes do, right? If you are invisible, you are a superhero. And the first thing that they tell is we are saving the world. So, but right now there are a lot of things which are going on in the world, some which I can control, some which I cannot control. So the first thing is the coronavirus pandemic. I'll try, if possible, by becoming invisible to come in between two people and ensure that they're maintaining a distance of 4 feet. Although I'm not that width, but I'll stretch my hands and I'll ensure the people are 4 feet apart. The second thing I would do is, probably being a sports fan, I would go to a lot of matches and try to be in the stadium. The last time India toured England, there was a person called Jarvo who was famous because he penetrated a lot of stadiums. But I will do this without getting noticed, and hence there would not be any problem with players. So these are the two things that comes to my mind right now, which I'm going to do if I get the invisible cloak or the superpower of invisibility. I hope you guys also have some plans. Let me know yours when you get this chance to speak on invisibility. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vidu. So I enjoyed this session thoroughly. I hope everyone enjoyed this. So now it's the time to sign off from my role and hand it over to TMoD. Now I would like to call upon our general evaluator, Toastmaster Suhan, to give his evaluation report.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day and the table topic master as well. It has been a great session indeed till now. So now it's time for me to call our, So now it's time for the speech evaluation session. So I would like to call our first speech evaluator to evaluate the icebreaker speech of Toastmaster Shanti. And the first evaluator is Toastmaster Adarsh. The screen is all yours. Before you start, I want to tell the timer. The timing is for 2 to 3 minutes. Yeah. All right. Over to you.
Now I'd like to center my attention to Toastmaster Shanti. Now, before I go any further with my report, I'd like to say congratulations on taking up your first step to become a Toastmaster. And I think it's always a big challenge when you have to step up and deliver your icebreaker, because it is facing your fears, as you already know. I think our biggest fear is public speaking. And I'm pretty confident that you have a similar fear and you managed to cope up with that pretty well. So I would like to point out some positives from your speech today. And I would like to say that there were many positives in your speech. And one of such things that I noticed was your confidence, your resilience. I felt that your topic was on par with excellence, because your topic addressed a very important issue that most of us face these days, that is self-introspection. So before we make a decision in our lives, it's always important that we sit down and think about what we're doing exactly, and whether if we are actually doing it right or not, whether if the decision that we're about to make is right or not. And that's something that you clearly addressed in your presentation. I thought that your presentation was well structured, and I thought it was something that any presentation would need. I felt that your gestures were pretty good, although I'd like to point out that one of your biggest strengths was also one of your biggest negatives. And when I say that, I'd like to say that I was not able to see your gestures during your speech. Although you were constantly moving your hands, I was not able to see it because your camera was positioned in a manner that I was not able to see your hands at all. And although it's a minor mistake, I'd like to point out that it would make your speech 100 times better from what I see. But with that said, great work. And I'd also like to say that your storytelling was absolutely brilliant, because you had a story to back up the topic itself. And that matters a lot because you're trying to engage with an audience, if I'm not wrong. So when you're about to engage with an audience, you're meeting with, let's not forget that you're talking to an audience filled with people with varied interests. And when you talk to an audience of that sort, it's important that you pick a topic and make sure that all of them can relate to it. And that's exactly what you did with your speech. So I'd like to congratulate you on that as well. But there was one negative that I was able to see in your speech, and I wouldn't exactly say that it's a negative, but rather it's something that I felt your speech was lacking. And this is something that you might want to work on in your upcoming speeches, but I don't think it's a problem whatsoever. So that one thing has to do with the fact that you didn't talk about yourself, because all of us want to know more about you, because it's your icebreaker speech, it's your first ever speech, and there are around 13 people in this room that want to know who Toastmaster Shanti is. Of course, Toastmaster Shanti is a resilient woman with so much potential and optimism. But we'd like to know who Toastmaster Shanti is. We'd like to know her. We'd like to know her family. We'd like to know how she got a job and what she felt like when she got her job. We'd like to know more about her. And that is something that you might want to implement in your upcoming speeches. But with that said, I thought that your speech was absolutely brilliant. I thought it was on par with excellence because you picked a topic that was great and you backed it up with a story and you presented the story in a manner that all of us would find interesting. So with that in mind, I would like to say thank you very much for the speech, and I hope all of us feel the same exact way. So I would like to provide a round of applause to our speaker, TM Shanti. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Adarsh. And now I would like to call Toastmaster Pat to evaluate Toastmaster Joseph's speech. Over to you, Toastmaster Pat.
Mr. General Evaluator, fellow members, and Toastmaster JEFB, Joseph Felix Benedict. I am delighted to have met JFB at a rendezvous of Speech Weavers Toastmasters Club. Some speeches reach our ears, some speeches trigger our brain cells, some speeches tickle our heart muscles, and some speeches stoke our guts, meaning intuition. Your speech was packed proportionately with these 4 ingredients. So I am impressed by your speech. Please accept my compliments for this accomplishment. You drew a clear roadmap of opening body conclusion with seamless transition. The general purpose of your speech was to recall your learning and growth experience. The specific purpose was to share a variety of personal and Toastmasters events. You were confident, clear, pleasant, and expressive. With the choice of descriptive words and sentence structure, you built vibrant and vivid imageries in the minds of the audience, particularly your rendezvous with the kings of Saudi Arabia and Bahrain. You were befittingly well-dressed for the occasion of reflection, path reflection. You had a comfortable stance, focused on the camera aptly. Thus, physical presence was prominently exhibited. It impressed me to note that during pandemic, how you used the Toastmasters platform to network and rendezvous with global club members and expand your extra club relationship. These are your merits of your speech, where you can focus on to dignify, intensify, and signify your speech. The speech objective is primarily to please don't disturb. The speech objective is primarily to share your various aspects of pathway growth experience. You did talk about growth, but it needed to be more from the different levels of the path. You had gestural communication, but it was a bit restricted. It could have been extended. You have a priceless gift in your voice. You could have employed tonal variation in many contexts, particularly the rendezvous with the kings, and how you grew the kind of pride and accomplishment, the sense of accomplishment, sense of pride could have been brought out by exploiting the tonal variety. The opening and closing could have been more forceful. It was a very soft and a very feeble conclusion, particularly the last one which you said, HPL project, support from each member I have got. Then I'm a dual president, chartered secretary. These are all the accomplishment. So that could have been exploited. So if you can incorporate these few recommendations in your future projects, I am sure you can proceed with progress, exceed with effectiveness, and succeed with sizzling speeches to become a great speaker. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Aditi and Pat. Amazing speeches. And now it's time for me to introduce the tag team. So I would like to call the timer and grammarian to do your role, please. Toastmaster Vinu.
Thank you, General Evaluator. So I will run you both the things one by one, starting with the timer role. So the meeting started at 5, which is great. SAA took 3 minutes. The presiding officer took 12 minutes. We have to take into consideration there was an oath-taking ceremony, so it was a bit longer. The TMoD in the beginning took 5 minutes, which is the stipulated time. Our general evaluator while introducing also took 6 minutes. Speaker 1 took 8 minutes, which is slightly more than the stipulated time of 6 minutes. Our second speaker, Toastmaster Joseph, took 11 minutes, which is again within the stipulated time. Evaluator 1, Toastmasters others took 3 minutes, and Evaluator 2, Toastmasters Pat, also took 3 minutes, which are also within the stipulated time. Coming to the table topic, Toastmaster Saishri took 2 minutes. So General Evaluator Suhan also took 2 minutes. Shanti took 1 minute 30 seconds. Adarsh took 2 minutes, and I have no idea how much time I took, but I'm assuming I also took around 2 minutes or 1.5 minutes. Now, moving on to the grammar report, I'm so happy that I found so many good words. So this would be a lengthier report. We began with SAA using very good words like seeking affirmation without further ado. Presiding officer Mayur used words like subtle, imperceptible. I'm sorry, I'm not able to pronounce it properly. Our speaker 1 had great words like technically challenged, introspection, ego clashes, gratitude, empowered, and delegation. Our speaker 2, Toastmaster Joseph, had words like millennials, over and above, adolescent, meticulous, gaze, blessing in disguise, and adding color. Moving on to the table topics, our general evaluator used words like stereotypical thought, which was a very good usage, and others used words like power with excellence. Along with it, I would also highlight some things which could have been better. Like, for example, there was a usage of the term called looking back, where we can use the word called hindsight. Second is the usage of the sentence was very happy, and it can be replaced by elated. And there was a usage called when you are 80 years old. It should be appropriately called as when you will be 80 years old, because it is in the future tense. One more sentence, biggest strength and biggest negative. So either we can use biggest strength and weaknesses, or biggest positive and biggest negative. Last but not the least, the use of the word of the day, rendezvous. Our general evaluator used the word once. Evaluator 2, Pat, used the word not once, not twice, not thrice, but 4 times. He used the word so liberally, and so happy for this usage of the word rendezvous. With this, I conclude. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vinu, for your wonderful evaluation. I mean, your observation for this timing and for the grammarian report. I thought you already did the half of my report there. Anyways, I would like to give this stage next to our R counter. So let's see how many of us had a lot of below words. So over to you, Toastmaster Saishri. Sorry, we can't hear you, Toastmaster Saishri. Sorry. No, you're not audible.
Yes, I'm.
Okay, just unmute one of the devices, please.
Yes.
So, sorry for the glitch. Good evening, my fellow Toastmasters. I'm not going to simply say that how much time you have used the clutch words, but I want to count yourself. Before that, I just want to know from you who was flawless completely during the speech. Any guesses from your end? Yes, please. You can unmute and answer. No one is going to stop you.
Was it I?
Yeah, very good. It's a DTM, but if I'm not pronouncing wrong, you have not used that the repeated words, but, like, so, that, then, when. But yes, during the long speech, sometimes we miss out. That is, Now you all have to count. And most of the whole meeting, when I was counting, there were two words which were favorite from most of the speaker. Okay, that is and. You have to count how many times and word has been used during the meeting. Okay, I will just say and, 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 and. Okay. Hopefully you counted it as more than 15 times during whole speech. Special mention about some other words like aha. So that is aha. Now the counting 5, the aha. You all are ready to count with me? Aha, yes, please show your gestures. Yes or no? Okay. Aha, 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 aha. Now, There was so repeated word which I found during the speech, that was keep a lot. I like to. You can, that I used. Okay. 2 small pauses and 1 long pauses. But believe me, my fellow Toastmasters, when I was counting this all, I have not missed any good speech and the way you are speaking. But yes, a small recommendation from my end: when you are speaking, try to use minimum and word, because that is the most favorable or the favorite word for all. Even for me too. Many a time I also use. Aha, that is quite, that is again one Dutch word which I use. We have to minimize this all so that our speech will be excellent. Over to you, General Evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmasters Icebreaker, for your amazing account report, which I have never come across. But I wanted to ask you, if we were supposed to pay for misusing or using the filler words, how much would you charge to each one of us?
Sorry, can you say again?
No, if it were to charge us for using the filler words and sounds, how much would you charge for that?
How much I'm going to charge from you, that you are going to give me money?
Yes.
No, it's just a big smile that is more than a money.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Okay, thank you so much, Toastmaster. Actually, now I would like to go for the new role, that is the listener's role, and that is played by Toastmaster Mayur. So, Toastmaster Mayur, I'm ready. So, let's see who's ready.
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Shuhan, for inviting me again. So I hope everyone has listened properly throughout the meeting, and I'm going to give you some questions. I hope you have listened very well. So the behavior changes which occurred in the speech of Toastmaster Shanti, could you tell me what are the changes she has described? Could anybody answer?
She interacted with her colleagues differently.
I think she has mentioned about gratitude, appreciation, empower, workload distribution, and sorry. Okay. So when Pat was talking about when Pat was talking about how to write on your blank page. So Pat described three things what he will write. So anybody notice what those three things were? How he will write?
Reorient,
Redirect.
rediscover,
Redirect, rewrite.
Okay. So it was reorient, redirect, and rewrite. Thank you. And according to the one of the evaluator, some speech trigger our gut. Who said that?
At.
Okay, thank you. And Joseph sir, now these are the question not for you. Someone else has to answer. According to him, Joseph sir, where speech weavers were meeting before the pandemic?
WeWork.
Okay, thank you. And how many years Joseph spent in Saudi Arabia, apart from
20
Vinu and Joseph?
or 40.
Is it correct, Joseph sir? I
No.
think he mentioned 30 years.
30 years. Okay.
Okay. With that, hand over back to our general evaluator. Over to you.
Okay, thank you so much, everyone, once again. Now it's time for my general evaluation report. Okay, so already timer has already done half of my work, already saying that meeting started on time, change has done few things on time. Yet, well, I don't know what more I should say because you all have little disappointed me. Not because you all have, done something bad. It's because you all have done some, you all have been amazing today, where you all have made my job difficult to not to get any, any remarks to put for a general evaluation. So that's what has made me very happy. You all were on flow, where as per the agenda. Yeah, but there were a few changes that happened before me, which I don't want to talk because I was late, so I can't comment on it. And other than that, yeah, there were great prepared speeches as well. But I just want to, just give a nudge to the speakers, also for the future prepared speakers. That when you were, I like that you all are standing and delivering your speech, but it will be more appreciable that this system or your camera should be face to face, just like how I'm seeing you all. It should be that face to face, and so that you all can avoid struggling while standing, or to see here, see there. This would create you'll be uncomfortable. The ones who are seeing you will also be uncomfortable. So in order to avoid that, just make a practice of standing with the camera on your face, like this face to face way. Yeah, and amazing grammarian report, and our counter report was also amazing, and I really appreciate the account putting the a picture over there of showing the what all the filler sounds or words that you can use. But I could only see the word over there. I know you're trying to help us out in this, but still this couldn't be seen. Well, maybe you could add it in like a slide share and show this. It is well and good. I mean, it's good, so not a issue anymore. Otherwise, I enjoyed the meeting a lot, and I would like to hand it back over to our Toastmaster meeting. Thank you so much.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmasters 1. And I enjoyed the meeting. And there are very unique roles taken by each of them. So Coming to this blank page is like an fertile land where you can sow both, where a farmer can sow both poisonous plant as well as a corn plant, because the soil doesn't know what they are planting. After few years, it will grow and it will give the yield. In the same way, our mind will also, when we insert some positive things or negative things into our blank mind, it will return whatever we are inserting into our mind. So always try to insert positive things into your mindset so that it will return back you the positive things after few days. So by this, I would like to conclude my role by saying this: life is an open book which is full of blank pages. You write the story as you go. And also, I would like to request all of you to cast your vote for your favorite role taker. I think voting link is shared in the chat box by Mayu. Please cast your votes. Now, I would like to hand over the virtual stage to our presiding officer, Toastmaster Mayu.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vinu, for conducting the meeting very well. I hope every one of you have enjoyed the speeches and the meeting. I hope you have enjoyed the table topic session as well, which is organized by Toastmaster Vinu. And I would like to thank all the role taker who are doing dual roles today. Toastmaster Vidhu, Adarsh, and special mention to Toastmaster Vinu, who is doing two big roles to TMoD as well as table topic master. Thank you, all the role takers. I would like to thank our guest who has taken various roles, DTM Pat, Suhan for taking general evaluator and evaluation role. Thank you, Joshua Shaistri, for taking our counter. I welcome Bethlehem for joining the meeting, and I have shared the voting link for to cast your vote.
Kindly add one vote for me.
Yeah, sure. We will add +1 as every time. Thank you. So please cast your vote for your favorite role taker or speaker who has done best today. The link is open for now. I'll wait for 1 minute, then I will announce the result. Meanwhile, if any guests want to share their feedback about the meeting, so they can speak about. DTM Pat, you want to talk about anything? Okay.
Let me cast my vote and come back.
Yes, sir.
No, I'm just casting the vote.
Okay, sure. Okay.
I am reminded of Karna and Nidhi when we are putting the dark glasses. Since you come from Madras.
Yes. Joseph, you meant Karnanidhi?
Because he always appears in dark glasses.
Yes.
All is light.
So it is intentional to get to get noted or to get identified. Actually, it's a lensed glass. So I use it, even if I go out, I use it 6:30 to 7. After that, I get back to my partially colored glass. So
okay, anyone else, you remain for voting as we are 11 right now. So those who haven't voted yet, please vote.
Just for the newcomer, I think Shanti, her name, Toastmaster.
Yes, yes.
because she's a beginner. See, normally we don't say in Toastmasters TM, only DTM we say. So like, like doctor, we don't say DR. So we say doctor.
Yes.
So that is how it has to be addressed. So not TM, but Toastmaster. So, since she is a beginner, she may not know that. And it's not correction, just a value addition. In
Yes.
English language, certain nouns have two adjectives. For example, if you take appreciation, you have appreciative and appreciable. But normally people use appreciable in the place of appreciative. Appreciable means sizable or considerable. Appreciative is complimenting. So it has to be appreciative instead of appreciable. So this is a Bangalore Corporate Club.
Yes,
No, it is
we are
a
community club.
club.
Oh, community club.
We are the community club, and earlier we used to meet on we work physically. Right now we are meeting online for last 1.5 years.
True. Where do you meet in Bangalore?
We work EGL, Embassy Golf Lane.
Oh.
So members and guests, I have responses with me, and I'm going to announce the winners for today, role takers and speaker. So the best auxiliary role player goes to Toastmaster Shaisri for taking up the R counter role. Congratulations, Toastmaster Shaisri. And the best supporting role goes to myself as a president. Best evaluator goes to Toastmaster Pat. Best table topic speaker. Okay, there are with so the table topic speaker, best table topic speaker is Toastmaster Adarsh, and the best speaker goes to, first I will announce best role taker, then I'll announce the best speaker. So the best role taker goes to Toastmaster Vinu, and which is it's both the roles got equal votes for the role, TMoD and TTM. Congratulations, Toastmaster Vinu. And the best speaker goes to Toastmaster Joseph. I would like to congratulate all the winners for winning on each categories. Congratulations to all of you. With that, I am closing the meeting 6:33. Thank you for joining us. Have a great day.
Thank you, Mayur. Thank you so much.
Others, you can stop recording.